into a comfortable lying position and then feeling free to closing your eyes if that feels good for you. And just want you to start to settle into the mat, feeling all the areas of the back of the body on the mat. So the heels, the back of the legs, the buttocks, the spine, the head, all feeling a little bit heavier and grounding into the mat. And as you start to go more inside for getting your day, I want you to start feeling a lifting up, so feeling your mat lifting you up from underneath, starting to feel the lightness in the body. So tonight we're going to focus on, we're obviously always focusing on the whole body, but I want you to bring particular attention to your hands tonight, and what are your hands doing in the postures? Are you putting too much weight through your hands? Are you pulling on them? Are you clenching? What are you doing with that area of the body? So starting to focus on your breath. Just noticing if your breathing is laboured or if it's easy, shallow, what's going on with the breath at the moment. Noticing the rise of the chest and the stomach as you inhale, and then as you exhale, everything's falling back down into the mat. So feel free to put your hand on your chest and your stomach to notice that rise of the chest and stomach as you elongate your inhale. And then as you exhale, feeling everything sinking back down. So really starting to deepen your breath now. We're looking for a count of 3 to 5 seconds per breath. And what I'd like you to do is think about engaging your pelvic floor muscles, your abdominal muscles, as you inhale and exhale. So you'll notice that things don't rise as much and that we're breathing into the back of the body, so breathing into the spine, into the mat. So we're not clenching, we're just a small engagement and lift with the pelvic floor and abdominal muscles. And we want to maintain that throughout our practice. Making sure as you breathe in that you're sending breath to the whole of the body on the inhale. And exhaling, we're letting everything go. Feel free to set your own intention for your practice tonight as well. As I say, we're going to be really focusing on the hands throughout the practice. So when you're ready, what I'd like you to do is bring your legs up to the ceiling, so hip width apart, and then your arms up straight. And we're just going to circle the ankles and the wrists one way. So nice circles, just moving the wrists and the ankles, and then circling the other way. Good. We're going to stop that movement, and then we're going to inhale, bring the legs out wide and bring the hands behind the head, keeping the arms straight. And then as you exhale, we're coming back to that starting position. Inhale out to the side with the legs. Exhaling, coming back up. We're doing that one more time, so we're going to inhale the legs out to the side as the arms come overhead. Exhaling, legs and arms up, bringing the knees in towards the chest, and then letting the legs come down to the mat into Baddha Konasana legs, so your soles of the feet are coming together and we're relaxing the knees out to the sides of the mat, and just resting our hands on the thighs or underneath the thighs if you feel they need a little bit of support. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. And then we're going to inhale the legs together. Exhale the legs back down. So really breathing into those hips. Inhaling the legs together. Exhaling the legs out to the side. And then inhaling them together and bringing them into your chest again. We're going to relax the left leg down long. And then we're squeezing that right leg in towards the armpit. So the knees coming in towards the armpit. Ensuring that your shoulder blades are down. Grounded into the mat. Breathing. And just bringing your awareness to your hands. So trying to soften that grip. Just letting your hands be a sort of weight to guide your leg further down. Now we're going to bring the left hand onto the left thigh and catch the outside of the right foot with the right hand. And then we're going to bring that foot towards us into a sort of half happy baby with our legs. So continuing to focus on the breath. And again, what are we doing with the hand, the right hand? Are we pulling really strongly? Have we got a nice soft grip? Feel free to rock a little bit to get deeper into that thigh. And then we're going to bring the left hand onto the right heel and guide the right foot towards the stomach. So the right hand's on the outside of the right knee. And then we're just going to rock a little bit side to side with that hip. Continuing to breathe. And we're letting go of that heel, guiding the foot back towards the buttocks, and then we're going to come into a spinal twist. So we're guiding the right knee over the left leg with the left hand, only as far as you can keep your shoulder blades down on the mat, looking across that right hand and breathing. Good, we're going to inhale to center, and I want you to cross the legs over at the thighs, catching the shins, and again just letting the hands bring weight into the legs to guide the knees towards the chest, feeling that lovely stretch in the right hip. Good, we're going to unravel, bringing the knees towards the chest, and then relaxing the right leg out long. We've got the left knee coming in towards the left armpit. Breathing into that hip. And then we're going to catch the outside of the left foot with the left hand, coming into our half happy baby. Right hand is on the right thigh, ensuring that that leg stays on the mat. Breathing into those hips. Really deepening the breath. Good, and then bringing the left heel in towards that right hip and towards the belly. Again, feeling free to rock a little bit if that feels good. Continuing to breathe. And then bringing the heel towards the buttocks, coming into our spinal twist. So we're bringing that left leg across the body, guiding it down with the right hand, looking over the left hand, which is out long shoulder height. And then coming back to the breath. Good, we're coming back to the middle, crossing the legs at the thighs, so you should have your left leg on top this time, and again, hands on the shins as we guide the legs towards us. Feeling free to rock side to side if that feels good. Just enjoying the stretch in the hips. And then we're going to unravel the legs, again bringing the knees towards the chest, and we're going to start to rock backwards and forwards. And we want to gain momentum because we're going to come onto our feet and into Malasana. So just when you're ready and you've got the momentum, coming onto your feet. So we're coming into our low squat. Hands are in prayer position. So feet are the width of your short edge of your mat. Don't worry if your heels aren't on the ground. And then thinking about those hands, so we're spreading the fingers, pressing the fingers in towards each other, the base of the fingers and the bottom of the hand. But also we want to find some softness, some lengthening. So we're lengthening from the hands to the armpits and lengthening down through the armpits to the hands. So lengthening both ways. Good. Now keeping our hands in prayer pose, we're going to step our feet together. Turn back round to the side. And we're going to come onto our tiptoes on the inhale. Exhaling the heels down. Inhaling onto the tiptoes. Exhaling the heels down. And then we're going to inhale onto the tiptoes and come all the way up to standing. Well done. Coming into Samasthiti at the top of our mats. Sun Salutation A, we're going to inhale the arms up, look thumbs. Exhale, forward fold, tipping from the hips, bringing the hands onto the mat, softening the knees, looking through the knees. Inhale, lifting the chest and the head. And then as you exhale, you're stepping back long to your high plank, bringing your knees down onto the mat, lowering all the way down onto the front of the body. Coming into our Sphinx. So palms are nice and flat on the mat, spreading the fingers, pushing up through the elbows, the forearms, the chest comes forward, the head lifts. And then we're going to exhale, coming back to our down dog for 5 breaths. So lifting those hips up high and back. So spreading the fingers as wide as you can, pressing into the knuckles, the base of the fingers. Straightening through those arms, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. And then coming to stillness and finding your breath. Good, as we inhale, look forward. We're going to step the feet to the hands, keeping the chest lifted. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, rising up to standing, and as you bring your hands overhead, you're pressing your palms together. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, arms up, look thumbs. Exhaling, forward fold, tipping from the hips, looking through the knees. Inhale, lifting the chest, looking forward, bringing weight into those hands as you step back into your high plank. Feel free to come down onto the knees or lower all the way down onto the front of the body. And then sticking with Sphinx, or if you want more, Cobra, hands under the shoulders as you inhale, lengthen the arms, lifting through the chest and the head. Exhale to down dog for 5 breaths. So as you press through the hands, we're wanting to think about pushing our way into the feet. So we've got nice long arms, long spine. And then it's okay to have a softness in the knees and the heels up. Finding your breath. Good, we're going to inhale, look forward, step the feet to the hands, keeping the chest lifted. Exhaling, folding. Inhale, rising up, palms come together, pressing into one another. Exhaling, Samasthiti. Inhale the arms up, look thumbs. Exhaling, forward fold, tipping from the hips. Hands come down onto the mat. Inhale, looking forward, weight coming into the hands as you step back to your high plank. Strong arms, lowering all the way down onto the front of the body. Inhaling into Sphinx, Cobra, or if you're working with up dog, you're lifting up, thighs are coming up off the mat, making sure the shoulders are over the wrists and not forward or back. And then we're going to exhale to down dog for 5 breaths. So we know the setup of the posture now. Focusing on lifting up through the pelvic floor, engaging your abdominals and finding your breath. Good, we're going to inhale, look forward, step the feet to the hands, keeping the chest lifted. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, rising all the way up to standing. Exhaling the hands down. Bringing our hands into prayer pose. We're going to inhale into the hands. And then exhale. Inhale the arms overhead. Coming into our slight back bend. So we're pressing the thighs together, pushing the knees, the hips forward as we come back. And then we're going to exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting the chest. We're stepping the right foot back only, coming into our low lunge. So we're lifting up through the chest, gazes at the third eye. And then we're going to exhale to our high plank. And lower all the way down. And then inhaling into Sphinx, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale to Down Dog for 5 breaths. So coming into your Down Dog, finding softness and then finding the breath. Good, as we inhale, look forward, we're stepping the right foot through only into our low lunge. We're lifting through the chest, making sure we're untucking the back toe. And then we're going to exhale, stepping the feet together. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhaling, forward fold. And then as we inhale, rise all the way up, we're bringing our palms together, coming into our micro back bend. And then exhaling into Samasthiti. Bringing the hands to heart center. Inhaling into the hands. Exhaling into the hands. Inhaling the arms overhead, pushing the hips forward, coming into our back bend. Exhaling, folding forward, looking through the knees. Inhale, lifting the head, stepping the left foot back only into our low lunge, untucking the toes, pressing into the hands as you lift through the chest, looking at the third eye. And then we're going to exhale, step back to our high plank, lowering all the way down, pushing the floor away from us as we lower down. Inhaling into our Sphinx, Cobra or Up Dog, and then exhaling to Down Dog for 5 breaths. Bringing the weight into the feet, pushing the hands into the floor, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears and finding the breath. And as you inhale, look forward, we're stepping the left foot through only, coming into our low lunge. And then we're going to exhale the feet together. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, rising up, palms coming together, coming into our little back bend. And then exhaling into Samasthiti. Well done, everyone. Bringing our feet to hip width apart, hands on the hips. We're going to inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale, forward fold, tipping over the hips. Bringing our palms down, so either catching the ankles, but really we want our 2 first fingers to bind that big toe, so soften the knees if you need to. Inhale, lengthen through the head. Exhale, forward fold. Finding your breath. So bringing weight into the toes. So with the fingers, we're pulling on the toes and the toes are pushing back into the mat. We're lifting up through the elbows to encourage the shoulder blades away from the ears. Finding softness. As you inhale, look forward. We're going to release the toes and we're just going to bring the hands in front of the feet onto the mat. So again, bend the knees as much as you need to bring your hands down. Spreading those fingers, and then we're going to bring the right hand up to the ceiling and we're going to twist round at the lumbar spine. So look round at that right hand. So trying to work towards straightening our legs, really focusing on our twist and our hand grounding into the earth. Good, we're going to inhale that right hand down, spreading the fingers as we ground that hand. Inhaling the left arm up, looking round to the left hand. If that's too much on the neck, just look forward. Finding the breath. Good, we're going to inhale that hand down. Exhale the hands to the hips. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Back to the front of the mat. We're going to step out into the right to triangle. So our right foot is facing the short edge of the mat, straight, and the left foot's at a 45-degree angle. Arms shoulder height. We're going to inhale, come forward over that right leg, softening that knee as you exhale, coming down, catching the leg, the big toe, wherever we are. Looking round at that top hand. So your bottom hand, again, you've got that pull into the big toe and the big toes pulling back, and that allows you to lengthen through that arm and twist through the ribs further. And then your top hand, fingers are together and we're reaching for the ceiling. We're going to inhale, look down, and I want you to bring your hands on the hips, feel the hip bones as you square the hips to the short edge of the mat. We're coming into our revolved triangle, so we're coming around to the other side. So bringing the left hand onto the outside of the right leg as you twist round to the right. Again, looking forward or looking up at the top hand. Top hand reaching to the ceiling. Creating length in the spine and the body. Good, we're going to inhale, look down, rise up. We're going to step that foot further forward so that we can bend the knee and the knees coming over the knees in line with the ankle, sorry. Bringing the right forearm down onto that knee as you inhale the left arm over. Staying here or bringing the hand to the inside of the foot on the mat or the outside. Gaze is at the top hand. So top hand, fingers are closed. Bottom hand, spreading those fingers. Grounding into the mat. Finding your breath. Your softness. Then we're going to come into our twist variation. So we're going to inhale, look down, bring the left hand either down onto the inside of that foot or the forearm onto the leg as you twist at the spine, looking up to that top hand. Legs are starting to ache. Breathe, stick with it. Good, we're going to inhale, soften the knees as we rise up. Swiveling the feet around, coming into our triangle on the left side. So stepping that back foot in to leg length, arms at shoulder height. We're going to inhale, come forward, softening that front knee as you exhale the arm down, catching the leg or the big toe. And then we're really twisting that spine to look up at that top hand. Thinking about equal weight in the feet as we open up the hips. Equal inhale and exhale. Good, we're going to inhale, look down, squaring off those hips, the short edge of the mat as you twist round to the left side, bringing the right hand onto the outside of that left leg, bringing the left arm up, looking at that top hand. So fingers are together and we're really rising up with that arm to encourage that twist in the spine. Good, we're going to inhale, look down, soften that knee as you stand up. Coming into our wide side angle, so walking one of the foot forward or back to widen the legs, bending into that front knee, coming down onto the forearm, inhaling that right arm over. And if you want more of a challenge, bringing the hand down, the left hand down onto the inside or the outside of the leg. Full postures on the outside of the foot and you're pushing your knee into that left arm. The left arm's pushing back and that just helps to open up that left hip even more. But be kind to yourself, not wanting any injuries. Good, so we're going to inhale, look down, we're coming into our twist, so either right forearms on the left leg or down on the mat on the inside of the foot as you twist round to the left side. Try and give into those hips and just breathe in and try and relax them. Good, we're going to inhale, look down, rise all the way up to standing. Well done everyone. Bringing the feet to face the long edge of your mat, toes ever so slightly of your heels, hands on the hips. We're going to inhale the arms to shoulder height, exhale the hands onto the hips. Inhale, lift up through the chest as you exhale, forward fold. Bringing the hands down onto the mat, so ideally in line with the feet, but further forward is also fine. So spreading those fingers, pushing the hands into the mat, folding forward, so relaxing the head, finding the breath. So as you push down into the hands, you're also feeling a lifting up through the hands, through the arms, into the armpits. Good, we're going to inhale, look forward, exhale the hands to the hips, inhale, rise all the way up. Good, we're going to exhale the hands behind the back, interlacing them. And then straightening out the arms, but keeping a softness in the elbows. Inhale, rise up, and then exhale, tipping from the hips, folding forward, allowing those arms to come over with you. So as you find your breath, thinking about those hands, are they gripping really tightly? Do you have a nice soft clasp and strength going through the rest of the arms and the shoulders? Good, we're going to inhale, rise all the way up in honor. Exhale the hands to the hips. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, fold forward. And then we're going to catch the big toes. So bend the knees as much as you need to with your index and middle finger. We're going to inhale, lengthen forward, looking forward. And then exhale, folding from the hips. Relaxing the head. So again, hands, fingers are gripping into that toe as that toe grips back. We're lifting up from the elbows, encouraging those shoulders down the backs. Focusing on the breath. Remember, we don't want any tension. So finding your edge, your comfort, and then trying to soften and breathe into that. We're going to inhale, look forward. Exhale, the hands to the hips. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Well done, everyone. We're coming into our warrior two, so we're going to bring the right foot out to face the short edge of the mat. And then the left foot is facing the long edge of the mat. Bending into that front knee. Making sure the knee is in line with the ankle. Arms are outstretched. Focusing on the breath. So relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. Checking that the fingers are together and straight and that we're not flexing or extending at the wrists. So feeling a lifting under the hands and the armpits. We're going to inhale into our sun warrior, so we're bringing the left hand down the left leg as you inhale that right arm overhead. Maintain that bend in the front knee. Feeling that lovely lengthening through the right side of the body. We're going to inhale back to our warrior two. And I want you to make fists with the hands and then flex the wrists towards you in your warrior. Good, we're going to inhale, straighten that front leg, swiveling the feet around, coming into our warrior two on the other side. So bending into that front leg, knee over ankle, arms nice and straight. Strong warriors. Inhaling into our sun warrior, so left arm's coming overhead. Feeling that stretch up the left side of the body. Good, we're going to inhale back to our warrior two. And this time we're going to make fists and extend the wrist down the way. Where can you soften? Good, we're going to inhale, straighten that leg, stepping the feet together, walking the legs out. Coming into our balancing posture, so our hands on the hips. We're grounding into that left foot and then we're going to inhale the right knee up towards us. So bringing the knee towards you. Feel free to use a wall, furniture. Grabbing the toe and working towards straightening the leg if that's where you're at. Now just notice how much stress you're putting into the hand and the wrist. Could your abdominals be doing more of the work? Good, we're going to inhale that right leg out to the side, looking over the left shoulder. So again, thinking about bringing that leg towards the body, using the abdominals instead of the hand. Good, we're bringing that leg back to centre, keeping it up, both hands on the hips this time. Keeping a softness in the knee as we bring that leg out in front. Thinking about the hands, we're grounding our hands into our hips to encourage that standing leg to be strong and grounded and maintain our balance. Good, relaxing that leg down. Walking out the feet. So bringing weight into the right leg, inhaling the left leg up. So again, using your abdominals as much as you can to bring that leg up, or catching the big toe, wherever you are. And then finding something not moving in front of you to focus on. Focus the mind. And then bringing the leg out to the left side as you look over the right shoulder. Again, you can just stay looking forward if that's where you're at. Balance changes from day to day, so it completely depends where you're at. Good, and then bringing that leg out in front, hands on the hips, finding your focus, grounding into that standing leg, so it's a strong leg. Good, and release, walking out the legs. So, spreading that left foot again, grounding into those toes, and then we're going to pick up the right leg, bringing the sole of the foot into the left ankle. Just feeling those hip bones, so the left hip facing forward and the right one is coming out to that right side. And then when we're ready, we're going to bring the leg up either onto the calf, avoiding the knee joint, into the thigh if you can. So finding your balance, again we want that left hip bone facing forward, and then bringing the hands to heart centre. So spreading those fingers, pressing into all areas of the hands. Finding your breath. Now you can stay here if you want more of a challenge. You can bring your arms overhead, so maintaining the push between those hands, but also finding a lightness and a softness between them. So if your arms are overhead, you're wanting to think about the lengthening from the hands to the armpits, and then also a lengthening from the armpits to the hands. Good, relaxing down, stepping out the feet, bringing weight into that right foot, hands on the hips, left foot, sole of the foot is on the right leg. Feeling those hips, right hip facing forward, left coming out to the side, and then bringing that leg up to where you were before. Finding your balance, and then bringing the hands to heart centre if you've got your balance. Standing up tall, so breathing into those hands. And then if you want more, bring your hands overhead. Making sure the shoulders are coming down the backs, away from the ears. Good, and relaxing down. Well done everyone. Pedaling out those feet. So we're coming back to the top of our mats. We're going to inhale the arms up, look thumbs. And then we're going to exhale, folding forward, looking at the knees. Inhale, lifting the chest, stepping back long to your high plank. Lowering the knees down, coming down onto the front of the body. Inhaling into Sphinx, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale to Down Dog. Coming into sitting. Bringing the right knee down, then the left knee. Coming down onto our bums. And we're bringing our legs out long. We're going to come into a Dandasana variation. So thighs rolling in towards each other, feet are flexed towards you. And we're going to inhale the arms up, spreading the fingers. So again, thinking about the shoulder blades coming down your back, away from the ears, lifting through the abdominals, the chest. Really strong posture. And then we're going to inhale and then exhale, fold over those legs, so catching anywhere on the legs or the big toes. And then we're going to inhale, lengthen through the spine, and then exhale, fold, relaxing the head. So again, softening through those arms and thinking about bringing the elbows towards you to encourage the shoulder blades to come down your back. Finding softness. Good, as we inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release, bringing the hands behind us. So hand width back, fingers facing forward, fingers nice and spread. And we're either coming into the full posture where we lift the legs off the mat, or we're inhaling, puffing the chest up, relaxing the head back. Coming into the full posture, you're lifting the hips up, squeezing through the glutes, the abdominals, pushing the floor away with the hands. Good, we're going to inhale, come down, bringing the head up first. And then we're coming into our Vinyasa, so we're crossing the legs. Bringing the hands down onto the mat as we step back into our high plank. Lowering down onto the front of the body. Inhaling into Sphinx or Cobra. Exhaling to our down dog. And then stepping through or jumping through if you're at that stage. Bringing the legs out long in front of us, so left leg stays out, we're bringing the right leg behind us, the foot's in line with the buttocks, making sure both sit bones are on the mat. And then we're going to inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, folding forward over that left leg. And you can bring a block underneath the long leg, or you can do this on your stomach where your foot's coming into your buttocks. So again, our forward fold is coming through the strength in our core, and really the hands are just there to guide us. We want to bring a softness into those hands. We're going to inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, release the posture. Bringing that right leg out long, and the left one's coming behind, foot in line with the buttocks. Making sure both sit bones are on the mat, and then we're inhale, lengthening, and then exhale, folding over the long leg. So that right leg is pressing into the mat. We're softening through the neck, letting the head go. And breathing. Good, we're going to inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release, bring that left leg out long. We're going to close off that right knee joint and then bring the right foot towards the groin. Inhale, lengthening through the spine, and then exhale, folding over that leg. So if you've got your foot or your leg with the hands, trying to think of softening through them. And thinking of your two-way lengthening, so lengthening through the hands to the armpits, but lengthening back from the armpits to the hands. And then we're going to stay here with our legs. We're going to inhale, keeping the left hand either on the leg or the foot. We're lengthening up through the spine, twisting around, bringing that right hand around the back, seeing if we can catch that left thigh, but anywhere on the back's absolutely fine. And we're staying up tall, so really twisting through the lumbar spine, finding your breath. Good, we're going to inhale back to centre and then exhale, unravel, swapping sides, so the right leg's coming out straight and the left foot, we're closing off the knee joint and it's then foot's coming into the groin. We're going to inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, forward fold over that right leg. Relaxing the head down and just focusing on the breath. And as you inhale, lengthen through the spine, maintaining a hold on that right foot. We're going to inhale the left arm behind the back, trying to see if we can wriggle it round to catch that right thigh around the back. And then we're trying to lengthen up through the spine and twist to look over that left shoulder. So we're inhale, lengthening, exhale, twisting through the spine. Good, we're going to inhale, coming back round to centre, exhale, releasing. We're just going to do a vinyasa variation, so we're just bringing our legs crossed over the shins, so high up, bringing the arms up, spreading those fingers, really holding in tightly through the core. Breathing. Good, and now we're going to come into boat pose, so lots of variations for this pose. You can keep your toes on the ground with your arms up, bringing your legs up. You can catch the back of the knees, or we can work towards straightening those legs, arms out lengthened. So again, we're bringing the shoulder blades back into the sockets, but also lengthening the arms out. Focusing on your breath. Good, we're going to cross the legs at the shins, try and lift up the bottom. Coming back into our boat pose for one more time. So really engaging those core. Fingers are together, pushing away from us. Good, crossing the legs the opposite way round. Making a lift, well done. Bringing our legs out as wide as we can. As wide as we can within reason, because we want to try and catch the outsides of the feet. So bringing them in closer if you can't catch them with them long. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, folding forward. Finding the breath, so softening through the arms. Making sure that the legs, the thighs are rolling in, the feet are flexed. Legs are nice and strong and the core's pulling us forward, helping us fold over the legs. Good, we're going to inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release the posture, bringing our feet, soles of the feet together. Coming back into our Baddha Konasana, so really using the hands to open the feet up like a book. Working those elbows into our inner thighs. We're inhale, lengthening, and then exhale, folding over the legs. But but maintaining a straight spine, so the folds coming from the hips are looking forward, finding our breath. Really slowing down the breath. Good, we're going to inhale, come all the way back up, bringing our legs into cross-leg position, catching the elbows behind our back, inhale, lengthening, exhale, folding forward. So nice soft hands, just letting the weight of the head and the torso bring you closer to the floor. Good, we're going to inhale, lengthen all the way up. Exhale, release the hands. Bringing our thumb and index finger together. Straightening out the other fingers, straightening the arms. Back of the hands are resting on the knees. Lengthening up through the spine, gazes along the nose. Focusing on your breath. Feeling that energy running down and up the arms. Good, we're going to inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, release the posture. Coming into a spinal twist for our relaxation. We're coming down onto the mat. Both knees are in, and then we're bringing them to the left side. Bringing your arms into cactus arms, looking over the right shoulder. Just enjoying that nice spinal twist. Inhaling the legs to center, bringing them over to the right side. On the exhale, looking over the left shoulder, finding your breath, softening your gaze. Good, then inhaling into center, coming into Savasana, so either keeping the feet up, knees up with the feet on the mat, or bringing the legs out long, whatever suits your back. Making sure that you've got a blanket or socks and a jumper, something cozy. And then coming into lying when you're ready. Letting go of the need to control your breath. Just letting the body breathe for you now. Feeling yourself sinking into the mat. Letting the feet flop out to the side if your legs are long. No tension in the feet or the legs. Nice and relaxed. Relaxing through the hips, the pelvis, the spine. Relaxing your tummy muscles, your shoulders. So feel free to make any little movements that the body wants to. Shoulder blades are flat against the mat. Arms outstretched. Palms facing the ceiling. Nice and relaxed. Brought a lot of awareness to those hands tonight. Relaxing through the neck, the jaw, the head. Softening the eyelids, the forehead. Just enjoying this time for you. This is the bliss of yoga.